All right, y'all. I'm trying to let this come together and I'm over here dying laughing. Oh my God, there's like all these butterflies out there. Oh, it's so cute. Okay. They're just like, I see them fluttering up above the fence, which they don't usually hang out over there. Anyway, I've tried to do this with this kid. This spirit showed me the image of the hang on, Teddy, hang on, of the mad scientist from Back to the Future. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna try to do this with him. Which I just died laughing. I'm like, no, I'm not like, I don't think that I'm like him. I don't think I'm that kooky, but I mean, I definitely have my moments. Anyway, that might resonate for somebody. Okay, here's what's coming to me is that, all right, so you're following this inner path, and it's like this thing that's sort of like, it's like this thing that's coded within you. And, because I've said before, like I use the term self-actualizing, but it's more of this self-mastery, because it's more of like you're learning how to control yourself in difficult moments. You're learning how to forgive and to open your heart back up and be calm and like how to still come back to that space. That's what's coming to me about. It's like still coming back to that space of love, even though you keep getting hurt, or even though you because like that comes to me of like all these times that I'm like, I forget you get actual loneliness, or like you get freaked out because you're like, oh, I'm doing this on my own, or you have these moments of overwhelm, or like you let yourself drift off into the future a little bit, but then you always come back to calm. You come back to that safe space and you're like, nah, okay, I'm good. And not only that, but also you're continuing to collect information and deeper understanding about yourself and the world and your role. And I was just trying to see if there's anything else about that. Your inner safety, like your inner like groundedness, because you're growing in that way, I guess, is kind of how it feels. But then there's, I don't know exactly how it works, but it's just like there's these characters. Maybe that's why they gave me the mad scientist, because what I'm speaking is a little bit kooky right now. There's these characters that are like, I don't want to use the term evil, but it's like they're choosing lower vibration. They're choosing to stay in a lower vibration. There's a stubbornness and a rebellion and an animal type of nature, like in all of us. And I don't know that you can, like, what's the word for it? Like ascend out of that in like on earth, but, you're continuing to choose this higher path. You're continuing to, in a sense, there is a stubbornness in that, but there's definitely a rebellion. These butterflies, so funny. There's a rebellion against taking the beaten path and continuing to pioneer like your own way. And you have to move through all these moments of resistance and all this fear and stuff like that always pops up because the world is always wanting to trap you. Okay, but there's something about the other people, those people, there's these people that their character, essentially, in some way or another, their role is to be this catalyst for you. Again, this is just what's coming to me because it's like, you have to have that, you have to stay on course. Like you have to, whatever, like in whatever way, like you have to have these, these like counterpoints is how I'm seeing it. Like as these people that they continue to try you. They're like, that's what I mean. Like, they've chosen this other way. And because like, again, I don't know that we'll ever even get all this information. I don't know how it works exactly, but there's like moments of things that happened where it was like, it wasn't just like these people like doing smear campaigns or whatever in the background. It was like they like penetrated my reality, and like, you know, something happened. And I'm talking about like, not even when I was like physically around these people. Like, there have been things that have happened, and those were lessons that I needed to learn, or it was a catalyst for something. And so, although it sucks in the moment, you know, when you're having to move through something, if it's really painful or scary or something like that, that's just helped me to understand. That's just helped me to try to understand. And it's like, we still have to, cause like even today, you know, it's like you're constantly on this pulse, having to stay on this pulse of like, I don't know what it is exactly. There's this pulse that you're trying to stay on top of, because it's like, if I'm just quiet all the time, that causes problems. If I give too much away, then there's some, you know, it doesn't really matter in the bigger picture, because it's just another lesson for you to learn. But that was weird. That was the other part about this, is like, that's the other thing, is that you're choosing to learn your lessons and learn from your mistakes, etc. Like, you're choosing this other path, and God's gonna continue to show you, like, you know, I got your back. But it's also gonna be this resistance against the world, and this being willing to continue to come back to like the simplicity, to like, there's that adventurous part of me that is like, I have to make way for that and find outlets for it. But I also have to not let myself get caught in that, like, you know, that feeling of scarcity of like, we're never going to have more. I'm never going to be able to take my kid on trips, or like, you know, not getting caught in those like cycles. So like, you're just a mental savage pretty much. But you're also not going to get, you're not going to get a lot of praise for it, because people still think that you need to be humbled anyway. And they're more that you just see what your place is, and that, you know, you're following this inner guidance to create this self-mastery, so that you have this confidence in yourself regardless of what's going on around you. Then it's like, you know, it doesn't, because it just starts to feel like all of these people are like NPCs. And I don't want to say that. I don't want to, it's a weird, again, it comes back to that pulse thing, because it's like, it's a weird mix of like not wanting to detach to the point that I don't have a sense of reality, or that like I'm not, that I just see people as I like, not even see them as pawns, but like not seeing people as like not real, but like not going to a place of disillusionment, but also not attaching to anything that they project at you, anything they project at me. So it's being able to still have an open heart space in these moments, but not attached to any of the projections that they send at you, because those are all just tests. They're just testing you, because it's just how it is. Like, that's what's been coming to me today. It's like, that's how it is. Like, it's just going to continue to be that way, because you're choosing your real identity, which is not attached to anything. I'm getting like nothing on. I'm talking about like not on earth. I don't know, y'all. It is wild, but like, that's what's coming to me. So it's like, you're always going to be this anomaly that people are trying to dissect and be like, no, you need to be in a box. What are you doing? So it's like, you have to keep having that control over yourself, because you're choosing self-mastery. So, okay, that's all I got. That's all I got. All right, I just wanted to share. I love y'all. You're doing an amazing job.